I have another tip for you today, and that's coloring a PNG file. I'm just going to click on New Project here and a blank canvas. Inside of that canvas, I'm just going to go to Upload. I'm just going to pick on this floral PNG. You can have your own PNG, do the same thing that I'm doing. I'm going to add it to the canvas, fairly large. So I'm just going to make it 8 inches across so that we can see what we're doing here. Now I'm just going to move over here. And because I always like to work with duplicates, I'm going to grab a duplicate here. Now, you'll notice this operation is set to print then cut. I am going to change this to basic cut. Now, I want to color in various components of this PNG, so it is a bit different. So what I need to do, of course, is work with one layer at a time. Now, this is my original. I'm just going to slide it over. And I'm just going to take a duplicate of this one and slide it over so I don't have to redo a lot of things. All right, we are going to work with this one piece. So the first thing we're going to do is click over here on Contour. Once you change it to a basic cut, Contour becomes available. And I'm just going to hide all the contours and click my X here. And as you see, I get a nice blank background. Let me just move this out of the way. I'm just going to move this down a bit so that we can see what we're working on here. All right, what I want to do now is just hit duplicate. And now I want to go back here to contour. So I can decide what's going to show through here. So if I just want these top pieces to show through, I'm just going to click those ones. And I can change the color of that. I left the background to gray for now, but I'm going to add these ones. And then I'm going to click away, and you'll see I get a different color showing through here. So let's change this gray one back here for this floral, and we'll make it a nice dark red. And the one that's sitting on top here, let's change the color so that it blends in. So let's grab this one. Change it from gray, so let's blend it in, maybe a pinkish color. Perfect. So now we have 2 of the flowers. So you notice you're getting some color here. I am going to duplicate the top piece only. So it's the top, duplicate. I'm going to change its color to something else that's going to fit in here. So maybe we go, say a bluish color. I'm now going to click on Contour again. Now, we already have those ones selected, so I can pick the next colors that we want to have this other color. So if you can see, I'm just clicking on the parts and pieces that I want. I just want these ones in the middle. I leave everything else the same. Get my mouse to work here, go here, go here. And maybe we get that piece to go as well. So we've got quite a bit, and you can see it off to the side here. I'm just going to click away. Now let me just line all of those up, align center. As you can see, I'm getting some different colors on the go here. So we have the purple one, which we just did. Let's grab this top one here. I'm going to do it in the layers panel here. I am going to duplicate it. As you can see, it's duplicated. Then I'm going to contour it. Oh, actually, let's change the color here. And let's make this a nice light mauve. And this is just so that we can see it. Let's go to contour. Now we can decide what we want. If I want all these extra little pieces in between here, or I want the color to show through, it doesn't really make any difference. I am going to click that outline, and as you can see, it's kind of disappeared in the background here. And I'm just going to click away. You should be able to see this as a bit different from the one before, and it didn't duplicate. So I am going to undo this and undo it. So I've got the pieces I want. All right, let's make sure this guy is duplicated. So we'll come up here and duplicate. Perfect. Let's change that color again. I think I'll go a nice light green, and then we can really see what we're doing. I'm going to click over on contour. Now I can decide what I want to remove from that contour. So I'm just going to grab those inside pieces here. Let me right in there. And I think that's perfect. Click away, and now we've got this green one over top. Once again, I'm just going to grab these all together. I'm coming up here to align and to center. Now we can finally add that bottom top piece that we had, and that's the one that's not this one, it's the gray one. So let me just move this out of the way. So the original that we put over here, I can grab it over here, I can arrange it, bring it to the front, and of course I can change the color of that one as well. So let's give it something nice and bright at the front. So let's go with a nice golden color. And grab this all together, and I'm going to arrange, center, and there we have our, of course, PNG file, which started out as this, that now looks like this. I just want to remind you that when you have all the different layers, these are now all cut items. And if you wanted them to be print then cut, you can also come up here to Basic Cut and click on Pen, and you'll see you have all the different pen colors, but that's not exactly what we want either. What you have to do is just simply allow these to cut out on their own. So that is a way we are doing that. Now, optionally, you can click here, you get the white background, take a screenshot of it and bring it back as a PNG file so it looks similar to what you started with.